Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Judge Majeed. I'm here to work with you and for you. The first thing I'd like to tell you is that if you cannot afford an attorney, the public defender will help you out and represent you. But before the public defender can represent you, I'm going to ask you to please work with them and cooperate with them. Sign the paperwork they're giving you. They cannot represent you unless you fill out his paperwork. Now, he has a very difficult job. Please do not make it any more difficult. Fill out the paperwork, cooperate with him. This way, his job will be nice and smooth. If he does not have the paperwork, he cannot represent you. Many of you have your own attorneys. If you have your own attorney, when you come up, let me know. When you come up, tell me your name, which city you live in, and how long. You have many rights. I'm going to go over some of those rights for you right now. You have a right to be heard. Anything you wish to say to me, I'm going to listen to you very carefully. In fairness to you, I must tell you everything you say is being recorded and could and would be used against you at a later date. You have a right to remain silent. Should you wish to remain silent, no one can force you to speak. You have a right to know what you're charged with. I'm going to read the charges to you, give you documents pertaining to your charge. You have a right to a fair and reasonable bond. I take many factors into account before I set your bond. We know that the holidays are coming. We'd like to send you home for the holidays. We do not want to keep you here. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. In every case, I'm appointing a public defender, Madam Clerk, unless otherwise stated. If you can afford your own attorney, let me know. We're going to call up our first case. Claraa Flanery. Tell me which city you live in and how long.
Titusville, Florida, my whole life.
Now, when you tell me your whole life,
22 years, sir.
I really don't know how much that is. That's why I say how many years.
22 years, sir.
As far as I'm concerned, everyone is 18. 22 years, Miss Flanery. They got you in possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. What type of work you do?
I bartend and waitress.
I can't hear you.
I bartend and waitress.
Where?
Old Florida girl.
You don't have a bad record. You're trying to mess it up.
I'm not trying to.
As I said, I take many factors into account when I set your bond. I've taken into account the nature of your charge as less than 20 grams in possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to release you RR.
Thank you, sir.
You need to come to court when I release you. Understand that? If you fail to appear next time, you get no bond.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've looked at your record. I've looked at the nature of the charge. You got money to pay for your own attorney? Public defender appointed.
Yes, sir.
Probable cause to holder ROR. Next matter.
Thank you.
Michelle Smith, number 36. Look at that document there. Tell me which city you live in and how long.
Boca Raton in Florida for 30 years.
Reckless driving, heroin, possession of drug paraphernalia. Find it probable cause to hold her. Public defender appointed. Count 1, $1,000. Count 2, $1,000. Count 3, $150. Public defender appointed, probable cause holder on each and every count.
We don't have it.
Yes, madam. Did you fill out the paperwork like I asked you to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need it.
I-
Battas, Alexander Battas. Yes, sir. Which city you live in?
Melbourne, Florida.
You're charged with burglary. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
I find it probable cause to hold him. Public defender appointed. His bond's going to be $2,500 cash or surety. I'm reducing your bond by half. Stay away from here. Do not go back anywhere near here. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat. Public defender appointed.
Your Honor, just for the record, the state would request an increase from the schedule. And
Tell me why.
the reason being, there is a little bit of a criminal history.
Let me see the record again.
It's not too extensive. That being said, the nature of the crime, that it was a burglary, it looks like it is a felony at this time.
Well, tell me, give me a little factual background again.
Regarding
It's a conveyance, not a home, right?
Correct. It is of a conveyance.
Right.
So it was a burglary of a conveyance.
Give me a factual background. What's the allegation right now? My account is locked out. Yeah, probably don't know that I have not left the job yet.
It looks like it was with a vehicle. My understanding from what it looks like in the affidavit is that he broke into a vehicle, remained in it. Along with that, though, there was the allegation that there may have been an intoxication element. So certainly the state would request that, at a minimum, follow the bond schedule. If nothing, if not an increase from that, and as a term of any type of release, the state would ask for no consumption of alcohol and random testing, based on the fact that in the allegation there was appears to be some element of intoxication.
Looks that way now. Looks like he's still drying out. $250,000. Do not go back anywhere near here. You understand that? Not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes.
I didn't hear you.
Yes.
I will seek. Your matter is concluded.
Your Honor,
$2,500 cash or surety. Yes, sir.
it was $2,500. You said, I thought you said something different. Thank you. I just want to make sure.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I just want to make sure it was $2,500. I thought
$2,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You said 250,000. Are you telling me?
No, 2,500. Reduce it by half.
Okay.
Did I say 250,000?
You did, Your Honor.
Just have it. 2,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I reduce it by half. My math is bad. 5,000 divided by 2 is 25,000. 250,000. Next matter. Let's move on, folks. Ferrando, Daniel Ferrando.
Do we do Jan Dorsey?
We didn't do Jan Dorsey. I'm sorry, Deputy, we skipped one. Jan Dorsey, number 7. Resisting with violence. Which city you live in?
Melbourne, Florida.
Everybody I've had so far this morning have good records. Y'all are messing up good records. How long you been there?
3 years, sir.
You got a good record. I
Some
find it
very-
probable. Pardon me.
This is very stupid.
Hey, let's not say anything about
Find it probable cause to hold him in each and every count. Count 3, the bond will be $500. Other than that, all bond remain unchanged. Count 1, 5,000 remain unchanged. 500, 500, 500. Probable cause to hold him public defender appointed. Complete stay away from this location. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do not go back to this place. That's where you get into trouble. Next matter will be Ferrando, number 10. Resisting without violence. Which city you live in?
Cocoa Beach,
Once again, you don't know how many years.
5 years.
You don't have a bad record. You have some DUI issues, but that's a while back.
He wants to retain private.
You're going to get your own attorney, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Find it probable cause to hold him public defender appointed. His bond will be $250 cash or surety.
Your Honor?
Yes.
If I may, on
He
behalf
will, he will retain counsel. Pardon me.
I understand, Your Honor, but as a friend of the court, after reading this police report, Your Honor, it seems like this client's demeanor was mainly, this action was mainly based on words, which are protected speech under the First Amendment. It seems that he's being punished for being rude to the officers, which is his First Amendment right. We're going to ask for a non-monetary release of PTR instead of a monetary bond.
What says the state?
The state would object to that. The state would request that we stick to the schedule on this one and a bond amount of $500.
Your Honor, I don't know if Your Honor is aware, the Department of Justice recently filed an amicus brief stating that scheduled
I'm fully aware of that. But
are
go ahead.
are unconstitutional for indigent clients. There's nothing in this report that suggests Mr. Fando would be a danger to the
I'm
community.
taking a second look at it, Counsel.
Thank you.
Find it probable cause to hold him, will retain counsel, and will reduce your bond to $250, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Next, Kayn Lee, 21.
Good morning.
Which city you live in, sir?
Cocoa, Florida, sir. Been there 32 years.
Got money to pay for an attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed. Working patrol, answering calls, wearing Gillespie badge, sleeve. Clearly knows a police officer, Coco, upon arrival, Scott Williams, who said he was walking home when he was robbed. Look at what time this is. I want to see the time state. What time did this all occur? It says here,
Looks like the
9:59 p.m. Victim said blackmail was later identified as met before, approached him, put him in a headlock, demanded money. According to the victim, his boyfriend owed Lee money. His boyfriend owed Lee money, but he no longer lived locally. He was not going to give him money because it was not his debt to settle. Putting him in a headlock against his will, search his pockets. Let him go, but Lee continued to hold him against his will while demanding money. Took the phone, had his pants pocket, fearing that Lee was going to seriously hurt him. Did not fight back. He ran away, called police. Paid $300 for the phone. 5 days ago, Lee deprived him of not a phone. He did not call the police because he was afraid of retaliation. Said he wanted money before he could get back the phone. So the only way he could get a phone back was to give him money. While the officer approached Lee, he reached into his pocket and discarded a black phone as he walked away. Threw the phone away. Okay. Became very defensive, refused to stop walking, pulled his pants up, looked around while I was approaching him. Told him to stop. Took a bladed stance. All his fist. He had full intention of punching me. I grabbed his left and gave him a loud and clear command, stop resisting. Grabbed my left hand with his right hand. Under probable cause to hold him. Anything you want to say, sir?
Your Honor.
Mr. Lee, I'm advising you not
You got the money to pay for your attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed. Count one, $5,000 cash or surety. 2,500. 2,500. 5,000. 2,500, 2,500, 500, 500, 500. Have that, madam?
5,000, 2,500, 2,500.
We get to the grand theft, and for possession of cocaine, 500, 500, and last three, 500 each.
So battery
And
on
battery
Elio,
Leo, 5,000. Say it again.
5,000, battery on Elio, resisting.
2, 5,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 250, 3, 500. 2, 2,500, 4, 2,500. You have that?
Yes, sir.
You got money to pay for your attorney?
No, sir.
You got to stay away from this person. Don't call. You understand that? William Scott. Don't call. Don't visit. Don't have anything to do with Scott Williams. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Completely serious. He don't owe you the money as a boyfriend. Leave him alone. Next matter. Robert Meister. $23. Retail theft, assault. Which city you live in?
Melbourne, 16 years.
What type of work you do?
Cook, sir.
Find it probable cause to hold him. Retail theft, 250. Assault, 500. Got money to pay for your attorney?
No, sir.
Complete stay away from the 7-Eleven. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away. Do not return. Plowden, Aon Plowden. Burglary, grand theft, criminal mischief, possession. Stay away from Faith International Church. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Find it probable cause to hold him, all bond remain unchanged, public defender appointed. James Rivera. How old are you?
32 years old, sir.
What type of work you do?
Right now, I'm a disabled vet, and I perform music to stay sober-minded and calm and collected, sir.
What type of music you play?
I play country music, sir, hip-hop, and alternative rock.
You play an instrument or you sing?
I sing. I'm an exceptional guitar player, and I play percussion, and that's about it, sir.
What type of country music you sing?
Original country music, motivational music.
You got a favorite country singer?
I gotta say Johnny Cash. Yes, sir.
You know his famous song, Ring of Fire?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me hear a few verses. I might help you out.
Oh, man.
What?
I've never been so nervous on the spot.
Well,
In the golden ring. I can't do it right now, sir.
what's your favorite Johnny Cash song?
My favorite, Walk the Line.
All right, let me hear it. Give me a few verses.
And I walk the line. I'm too nervous right now, Your Honor.
I don't believe you're a singer. You just give me a fancy, sir. You can't sing. You don't even know any song by Johnny Cash.
All right, then.
You might be. I could sing a few lines for you. You want me to tell you a few lines that you're facing right now?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to sing any Johnny Cash songs. I just like the music.
You just saying that. But right now, you're looking at a Folsom Prison Blues right now.
I get the joke. I like it.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you look at some Folsom Prison Blues.
Your Honor,
Yes.
on behalf of the defense, if I may.
I thought, what, you're going to sing a Johnny Cash song instead?
Oh, Your Honor, that's the last thing you want. I'm a terrible singer.
I'm going to reduce his bond to $250 each.
What I was going to ask, Your Honor, is Mr. Rivera is a disabled veteran. Mr. Rivera has a relatively minor, I would say extremely minor criminal history. And, Your Honor, in my time as a defense attorney, I have seen countless times that our disabled veterans self-medicate using cannabis. These are people that we sent overseas to defend our freedoms. They come home broken. We don't do anything to help them.
What would you suggest?
I would suggest PTR for this young man, sir.
He doesn't have anywhere to go. Where are you going to go, sir?
I was en route. I had rented a truck for the week to Miami. But unfortunately, the devil took over and the police arrested me because I have a warrant in Pennsylvania, which I'm aware of. I'm working with the Veterans Justice Outreach.
Which branch of the military you served?
Army.
How many years?
I did 2 years active duty as an infantryman. Then I went into reserves, changed my job to power generator mechanic. Got an honor graduate and served in the Army Reserves in 2007, sir.
Well, to you and all the veterans who serve our nation, I want you to know we're very grateful.
I appreciate
I'm
that,
going to reduce your
Steve.
bond to $250 each.
Yes, sir.
Drug paraphernalia will be 100, madam. Possession of less than 20 grams cannabis. Drug paraphernalia will be 100. Cannabis will be 250. I think that's in his best interest, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
100 and 250.
Sounds
I wish you well. We'll
Thank
give you a
you,
nice
sir.
hot meal and a place to rest for a while.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck, Mr. Rivera.
And remember, we take pleas on Wednesday's defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
Might be something to be top of your list for Wednesday plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sean Steinmetz.
Retaining private counsel.
Loitering or prowling. Which city you live in, sir?
Titusville, Florida.
How many years?
29 years.
$150 cash or surety. Do not go back to this place. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away. Next, Darrell White.
Your Honor, was PD appointed on that gentleman? God bless you.
He's retaining private counsel.
All matters unless otherwise stated, the gentleman is appointing private counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Number 44. Find there's probable cause to hold him. Count 1 will be $1,500. Count 2, $250. Count 3, $250. Public defender appointed. Jason Stewart. What's going on, Mr. Stewart? You got a little bandage here. What's going on?
Roughed me up.
Jason Kelly, Stewart, number 38. I find that probable cause to hold him is an on-site VOP. No bond, remain unchanged. Battery Leo, 5,000. Domestic violence, 2,500. Resisting without, 500. Possession of cocaine, 250. Find it probable cause to hold him in each and every count. Public defender appointed. You got to stay away from Lachey Watkins. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Don't call. Don't visit. Don't have anything to do with her. Complete stay away.
Yes, sir.
Public defender appointed.
Mr. Stewart, your paperwork.
Jason Stewart. Next one, David Blake.
Best of luck. I'm going to see if we can. Your Honor, Mr. Blake has asked me to inquire, as this is an open container, if you would entertain a plea this morning.
You can take a plea now. Michelle, can you take a plea now for this gentleman? What's your name?
David Blake.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication at this time?
No.
Anyone threaten you or frighten you to end of this plea today?
No.
You got a bad record, my friend. Where are you going to go if you're released today?
To my friend's house.
Please, no contest, 1 day, credit for time served, 1 day. You got to pay court costs, you understand that?
Yes.
Court costs, madam. I'll give you until the 13th day of February to pay.
Okay.
You got to pay to the courthouse. If you don't pay, hundreds become thousands.
Okay.
No public defender.
Mr. Blake, here's your paperwork.
Please, no contest, no one threaten or force him. If you're on probation or parole, it'll be violated. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
You're not a citizen, you'll be deported. Have a seat.
All right, Mr. Blake, got your plea, okay?
1 day, court calls. Next matter will be Lloyd Bryan. Find it probable cause to hold him in each and every count. Bond remains unchanged in each and every count, except count 3. The bond will be $100 cash or surety.
$100?
Count 3, drug part, $100. This is number 4, Bryan. 500, 500, and 100. Yes, sir, let's hear you. You were saying something?
No, I wasn't saying nothing. No, sir.
Public defender appointed. Reduce your bond from 500 to 100. Resisting without madam, that count two will be 250. 500, 250, 100. Next matter will be Dorsainville, Brian Dorsainville. Finding probable cause to hold him in each and every count. Count 1, 2,000 remain unchanged. Count 2, 250. Count 3, 100.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if I may,
Yeah.
PTR sheet, I'm showing no known convictions. I'm showing he's an 18-year-old who has residence in Palm Bay, Florida. Mr. Dorsonville, you are under no obligation to answer my next question.
Says you got cocaine with intent to sell, sir.
I live with my mother, sir.
I understand, Your Honor. Well, actually, I'm showing possession of marijuana with intent to sell.
Cannabis, I'm sorry.
Okay. Your Honor, with that charge, with no known convictions, with him being 18, can I ask for community supervision rather than a monetary release?
I'm not inclined to do that. I'll take a second look, though. I have an open mind on him, but
Thank you, Your Honor. That's
if
all we
he's
have.
selling this stuff to people, then, not inclined to do that, sir. How old are you?
18, sir.
Let's see what it says, sir. Let's, routine patrol, dark vehicle.
Your Honor, if you
Don't do that.
Under probable cause to hold him. Count 1, 2,000 remain unchanged. Count 2, 250. Count 3, 100. Public defender appointed. Correct. Next matter will be Felman. Felman.
Today's not the day to do that. I'll ask, but it's probably not going to happen.
What's your name?
David Feltman.
That's for me to sign.
Yes, sir.
We gave you a break. We sent you home. We said no contact. Jessica Miller, you're not getting the message. Nothing else we can do. You're not getting the message.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm going to object here to the finding of probable cause on the following basis. We have here an anonymous caller. Now, the case law, and the actual case is slipping my mind, states that for probable cause to be found based on an anonymous caller, they either have to be readily identifiable, rendering them a citizen informant, or the police officer have to independently corroborate their story. Here we have no information that the police were able to determine the woman he was with was Miss Miller. Therefore, I do not believe probable cause exists for this charge.
What says the state?
Your Honor, in response to that, without knowing the case law that the defense is relying on,
Well, there are many cases. Not
not
one.
speculating.
Many cases talking about indicia of reliability for the anonymous caller. That's the
Sure.
theory of law.
Certainly, and if we go to page 2 of the affidavit, there is a paragraph that states, at this time I responded to Jetty Park and found Mr. Feltman at campsite 44 sharing a tent with Miss Miller.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who called.
As we take a look at this,
He was found with the party he's supposed to stay away from. Is that correct?
yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we disagree with that.
I wasn't found.
Don't say a word.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, what I'm stating is that it states that the police assumed it was Miss Miller. There's nothing here that indicates how they determined it was her. They never made contact with her. There's no information that is actually Miss Miller. We have an anonymous caller, and then we have law enforcement making an assumption.
Unfortunately, the court is not persuaded by the arguments presented by counsel for the defense. I find it probable cause to hold him. Stay away, you understand that? It don't have anything to do with her. Whenever you contact her, you get into trouble. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's at the campground and you're in jail. Something's wrong with that picture.
I was never with Miss Miller. I was with a female, but not with Miss Miller. I got court tomorrow for that. I wouldn't mess it up 2 days away from court. My court date is tomorrow.
I'm advising you.
I find it probable cause to hold him public defender appointed. Do not call, do not visit, do not have anything to do with Miss Miller. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
$500 cash or surety. Complete stay away. Deputies, just sit still for a minute. Let me sign up this paperwork with the clerk.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, in that case, just for the record, the state is objecting to the bond of $500 on the basis that, based on the affidavit, it appears that Mr. Felman did, in fact, violate the no contact that was requested with Ms. Miller.
The only reason the courts go along with this is because of probable cause matter. Case does not have to be proven, but the defense is quite right. We don't know that this is Mr. We have no basis whatsoever to conclude that's a matter for burden of proof on the state. He said he was with a female, not with Mrs. Miller, and that's all the affidavit seems to imply. They never made contact with Mrs. Miller at any time to confirm it was her. They have no allegation that they know Mrs. Miller, that they interacted with Mrs. Miller, but so that $500 bond is, under the circumstances, might be too high. What type of record does he have, State? Now, defense, what type of record does he have?
Well, certainly there's the...
Jessica Miller, right? That's who the person is? That's the unlawful take harassment. That's what year? 14, 9 and 10, 16. I'll leave it the way it is.
Thank you.
Next matter will be Gillespie, Kenneth Gillespie. Kenneth Gillespie, number 12. What's going on with the hand, sir?
I had an accident with a cabinet.
Violation of condition of pretrial release, domestic violence. Can't help you anymore, my friend. Pending domestic violence. No contact order, victim. Chanel Jarvis, do not call, do not visit, don't have anything to do with Chanel. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Violation of condition of release, $5,000 cash or surety. That's it, madam. 5,000.
Your Honor,
Yes.
although the defense is not contesting probable cause, this 923 does lay out probable cause.
Having a little trouble hearing you, counsel.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Better.
Sorry about that. The defense is not contesting that this probable cause affidavit elucidates probable cause. It does. The defense is going to state that the allegations are, while a violation of the law if proven true. It appears that Mr. Gillespie was there as a welcome guest. I understand that's no excuse as a violation of the law, yet would Your Honor consider a slightly lower bond based upon the fact this is not someone going somewhere where no one wants him there. This is someone who's violating a court order not to go somewhere. And I understand that legally that's not necessarily a distinction, but I feel for the court taking into account what's best for the community, it is a factor.
I've taken that into account.
Yes, Your Honor.
Bond remains unchanged.
Yes, Your
No
Honor.
contact, no visit. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Next time you're getting no bond.
Mr. Gillespie.
Next, Gilmore, James Gilmore.
I believe so.
Under probable cause to him. How old are you?
66.
I can't hear you.
66.
Deputy, do you know how to know Mr. Gestowitz?
Yes, surety bond.
Surety bond. Thank you. You can write that down in G. Surety bond. Hey, I got K. I wasn't sure about Gestowitz. Thank you.
So you went to Walmart, tried to steal a TV, sir? Find there probable cause to hold him. Got the money to pay for an attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed $1,000 cash or surety.
Thank you.
Mr. Gilmore?
K. Adam K.
Surety bond, or PTR, sir.
Ernest Lewis. Find the probable cause to hold him in each and every count. Public defender appointed. All bonds remain unchanged.
Sir, I have your paperwork for you.
Stay away from weather engineers. You understand that? Do not go back there to anywhere near weather engineers. Trace Slinker. Domestic violence. You got to stay away from Anne-Marie LaFlame. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Don't call, don't visit, or have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Complete stay away.
Your Honor,
Yes.
based upon this young man's age and complete lack of conditions, would you consider non-monetary release with sentinel monitoring?
What type of work you do?
Construction.
When was the last time you worked?
Last Friday.
What did you do?
We're working on houses in Cocoa.
Mr. Slinker, this is your paperwork, okay? You're entitled to that. Hold on to it.
Find her probable cause to complete stay away. You understand that? Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with her. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Pre-trial release.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Smothers, Leo Smothers.
Your Honor, very quickly, just for the record on Slinker, the state would request a bond amount be set.
On Slinker, right?
Yes,
Pre-trial release.
thank you.
Smothers. Find a probable cause to hold him. Got the money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir.
Possession of cocaine, $750. $750. $100. $100.
Mr. Smothers?
Next case, number 33.
1 second, Your Honor.
Want me to go it over?
He gave you a
Well,
bond.
he was,
Tell me what's going on. Number 32, Smothers, what's going on? At 32, I don't see on site on 32, is that? Pardon me? Number 33, that's an on-site and that's no bond.
Okay.
All right? Let me go it over, you got it. 33 is on-site, that's no bond. You have it, Madam Clerk? That will take care of the takeout of orders. Let me know when we're ready for the rest, Deputy Madam Clerk. Let me know when
We're
we're
ready,
ready for the
sir.
rest. I'm ready to move it ahead.
We're ready whenever you are. We don't have that many.
What says the clerk?
You might make the football game.
5 minutes to change hats? Give him 5 minutes to change hats, state and
Okay.
defense.
I'm changing hats right now.
Aaron, surety bond.
right now.
Let me know when we're ready. Okay, folks, we're ready to go. It's the same group, isn't it? Weren't they here before? I think they were here before. I don't see anybody marching in.
The ones in the back row.
Pardon me? Yes, I don't see anybody marching in.
Okay.
I'm sorry they were so out of order.
Ready to go? Okay, deputy, we're ready to go. Where's the deputy? Okay, we're gonna call the cases. Benjamin Bassett.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I find it probable cause to hold you in each and every count. Possession of controlled substance without a prescription. The bond's gonna be $500. You got no bond. Possession of cannabis, $250. Drug paraphernalia, $100. You're gonna have your own lawyer, right?
Yes.
Will retain. Probable cause in each and every count. 500, 250, 100. Alexander Battas, we took care of that.
Mr. Bassett.
Um,
No, he gave you a bond. You say it was.
next matter, we took care of those. Next matter will be Carero. You are gonna get your own lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Will retain. How long you live in Brevard County?
26 years.
You got a DUI in 99 and 01. That's conviction state or just charges?
Looks like there was a conviction in 99 and 01.
This will be a third.
Yes.
Which city you live in?
Cape Canaveral, Your Honor.
What type of work? What does that mean?
I train people to serve and train bartenders.
You're not getting the message, my friend. Find it probable cause to hold him will retain. Count one. $75,000 cash or surety. Count two. $7,500 cash or surety. Will retain.
Your
Probable
Honor.
cause in each and every. Not to own, possessor, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
Not to own, possess, or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Not to drive without a valid license.
Yes, sir.
You know what your bond is? You want me to repeat it for you?
Please.
Count one, 75,000. Count two, 7,500.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Just for the record, the defense is going to object to the $75,000 bond. Although this is a third DUI alleged, the only convictions this gentleman has are two DUIs, being the closest in time being 15 years ago. The defense feels that's an unreasonable bond. We feel that the community can be protected through other means, such as by an order not to drive, consume alcohol, and random testing. But thank you, Your Honor, for letting me lay my record as to that.
Have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calvin Evans, PTR. Next matter. Gestowitz, Drew Gary Gestowitz. What's your name, sir?
Rolandus, great.
What number is he in the docket? Well, we missed number 13, Gestowitz. What happened to that?
Here's a PCR, Your Honor.
PTR. I didn't see that here, not marked PTR. Next matter will be number 15, bonds. You surrendered your bond, sir. Your bond is $500. I can double it, or I can leave it the same. I'm going to leave it the same. You understand that?
Your Honor, is this how Mr. Rolandus Gray?
This is Mr. Gray.
That's what I got, number 15.
Okay, just wanna make
Number
sure.
Gray, they got bond surrender. Is that correct? Reinstate him on $500. Have a seat.
Sir, so your paper.
Where is that?
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, there it goes. And we're going to hold him, Adam, for, where are we going to hold him for? Does it say here?
10-day control date.
For which state? That's what I'm looking for. Does
Georgia,
it say?
Your Honor.
Pardon me?
Georgia, Your Honor.
Okay, madam, 10-day control for Georgia. After we that, but the 10 days begin after his locals are taken care of.
Probably gonna set him for tomorrow so we can address the fugitive and see if he wants to.
Okay, put the fugitive matter for tomorrow. Grecian Marquise Johnson, that's you?
Yes, sir.
Possession of cannabis with intent to sell on-site VOCC.
Hold on.
Nope.
What?
What's your name?
Drayshawn Johnson?
You got a violation of community control or probation. You understand that?
Yeah, just for my curfew. I ain't had nothing on me.
No, do not do that.
Possession of cannabis with intent to sell. That was the original charge. You understand that?
He's saying what you're on probation for.
No bond remain unchanged.
Oh, yeah.
Next matter will be possession of that on site. No bond remain unchanged. You got money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Adam K. PTR.
We don't have an application.
Johnson. Defense, did he fill out an application? Johnson?
Right here.
Yeah, pass it on to the clerk. We'll take 2-minute recess, give the clerk a chance to give their fingers a little break. What's your name, madam?
Carrie Melton.
I'm just gonna chat with her while I give you a break, Madam Clerk. What's your name?
What?
What's your name?
Carrie Melton.
Which city you live in?
Coco.
How many years?
My whole life, 23 years.
What type of work you do?
I'm a medical assistant.
Where?
The back center in Melbourne.
Have any young ones you're supporting?
No.
Who you live with?
I was living with my boyfriend. I moved out, and I moved in with my mom, and that's what
Thank God for good old mom. Always there.
happened.
Mom, never say never. How many people live with your mom right now?
It was her and her husband, so I'm gonna go to my grandma's after this.
So you're not gonna be with mom anymore?
Well, the problem was her and her husband.
Let's not talk about it. I know.
They're gonna go to grandma's?
Yep.
Thank God for grandma's.
Yeah.
Never say never.
Yep.
How many people live with grandma?
Just my grandparents, grandma and grandpa.
You have brothers and sisters?
I got 2 sisters.
Where they live?
They live in Coco.
What are they doing?
They are servers. Working at restaurants.
You ever travel outside of Brevard County?
Not really, no.
I do.
I'm asking you all these questions because I want to give my clerk some time.
That's fine.
So you never really went outside of Brevard County?
I mean, I've went on drives around Florida.
You went on a drive, how far? How far did you go on a drive?
I've gone, all the way pretty much to the top of Florida, but I don't really leave the state.
You ever been to Daytona Beach?
Yep, I go there kind of often.
And how far you went to South Florida? You went to
Miami, and
Miami?
I've been in the Keys. Yeah.
But Brevard County is the best, right?
Doesn't feel like it right now, but
Oh. We're going to get back to your case. You're going to get your own lawyer?
no.
Well, I said if you want the public defender to represent, you got to fill out some paperwork. Did you do that?
Yeah.
But it says here that she's not indigent.
Correct, Your Honor.
What are you? What? They said that you're not entitled because you were loaded. They said you got a bunch of cash.
It's not true.
Huh?
It's not true.
That's what you told them.
No.
You want a car?
I was working on getting a new car.
What type of car you have now?
I have a Nissan Xterra right now.
What year?
Oh, wait. I almost got a Chrysler 200 yesterday.
And what happened?
Oh, I have bad credit.
A good thing you came in here. It saved you from getting that. So, why is she not qualified? You making? You got money from what sources?
My job.
Yes. Defense, you looked at her affidavit?
I did not see it, Your Honor.
So 1,600.
Says you're making $1,600 every other week.
Yep. I
You
guess
make
then,
30. Pardon me?
if I needed to get a lawyer, I guess I would. I mean,
You need a $1,600 to give you $3,200 a month.
no, I make $800. I make 16 monthly.
You make
$800
$800
every 2 weeks.
Pardon me? Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So $1,600 a month.
Yes. Sorry.
We're trying to help you out.
Thank you.
We're going to appoint a public defender to represent her. What's your name?
Don't talk about your case. We're not.
Tell me your name.
My name?
Yeah.
Carrie Melton.
You're charged of domestic violence. Victim Elizabeth Turner, your mother, and Joseph Turner, your stepfather.
Bless you.
Bless you. Let's see what it says, madam. Defendant did actually intend to strike the victim against her will, throwing a set of car keys at the victim and struck the victim in the right side of her face. Observed, defendant and the daughter of the victim, they have lived together as a family. The defendant moved back in the home of the victim. Defendant did actually intend to strike the victim against his will, punching him multiple times in the face and head.
No.
No, don't do.
Defendant is a stepdaughter of the victim. They have lived together as a family. Said you punch him in the mouth, punch him in the head. Said you might want to see how old is mom and how old is his stepfather. That might be another issue altogether. If they're over a certain age, it might be a felony matter.
Melton, I'm advising you to
So you might want to look into that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, at this time, I'm advising my client to remain silent to all.
Yes, I'm advising them to remain silent too. If they say anything, I always tell them that. Anyway, I find it probable cause to hold you. Got a good record. You're not to go back anywhere near your mom or your stepfather. Don't call them, don't visit them, don't have anything to do with them. You understand that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm going to release her to community supervision,
You're going home, Ms. Melton.
which means they're going to drug test you. You understand that?
Fine.
And you got to pay a certain what you got to pay? $10, madam, every week or every month? Every week. You understand that?
Yep.
So I'm going to send you home.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't call them, don't visit them, don't have anything to do with them.
All right.
Lisa Michaud.
Good luck, Ms. Melton.
Random testing for the first 90 days only, madam. Then they might stop unless she's positive. If you just alcohol, just random testing for illegal drugs, not alcohol, illegal drugs. First 90 days. If she's positive, it must continue. If not, terminate after 90 days, or unless otherwise stated by the court. The court can terminate it earlier. Which city you live in?
Merritt Island, sir.
How long?
3 years.
Possession of heroin.
Yes, sir.
Shoplifting.
I'm sorry?
Find it a probable cause to hold her. You got the money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed. $1,500 cash or surety.
That's the lowest it's going to get for this.
Not to own, possess, or carry any illegal drugs. You understand that?
I'm sorry?
Not to own, possess, consume, or carry any illegal drugs.
Yes, sir.
Not to meet or have anything to associate with anyone who possesses illegal drugs.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying or not?
Yes, sir.
You look all perplexed. What's happening? Are you okay?
I'm okay, yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication that prevent you from understanding the proceedings?
No, sir.
Have a seat. $1,500. Mooney, Patrick Neil Mooney. Yes, sir. Are we having an issue? Are we okay? Thomas Mooney, your brother. Don't call, don't visit, don't have anything to do with him. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How old is your brother?
31 years old, sir.
How old are you?
32. He's here on vacation.
Pardon me?
He was here on vacation, staying with me at my house.
From where?
West Virginia, where he works.
Your Honor,
Yes.
923 does not lay out probable cause, but 923 states that.
Yeah, the defendant and his brother, he intentionally and with the victim's permission, struck him with a closed fist.
With his permission does not.
That's what it says there.
We were horse playing,
No,
sir.
no. You're not.
I do apologize.
Yes, Judge. The 923
It says
does
with
not.
his permission. What do you say, State? Is that a typo or what?
My belief is it would be a typo, but I certainly see, I mean, reading the affidavit, I can see where the confusion would lie on this one.
I find there no probable cause to hold him and send him back tomorrow for a probable cause hearing. State, you have no more witnesses, then Judge tomorrow will know what to do. Bring you back tomorrow, sir.
We have the PD appointed, Your Honor.
Public defender appointed to give him 24 hours to meet the probable cause. Either that defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll
Thank
find it, just a minute. I'll find the probable cause and release him ROR or hold him 24 hours and give the state another opportunity. It's up to you.
We would ask for the ROR, Your Honor.
Find it probable cause to hold him, release him, ROR. Have nothing to do with your brother. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Next. Annette Parker, PTR. Next matter would be Rooper, Javon James Rooper. Driving under the influence. How long you live in Brevard County? How many years?
I live in Charleston, South Carolina.
Man, you came down all the way here to commit this offense?
Unfortunately.
Remain silent.
This is Charleston, South Carolina. Is a nice city. I've never been there. I always want to go there. Here's a very historic place. I'd like to go one day. If I come, you're going to show me around?
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to do the driving. I find it probable cause to hold him. $500 remain unchanged. You got the money to pay for your own attorney?
No, sir.
Public defender appointed. Next matter, Smothers, we took care of. 2 matters. Next matter will be Jeffrey Lynn Smith, 2 cases. How old are you, sir?
54, John.
Are you in good health right now? You seem to have some problems.
I do.
What's going on?
I can't swallow big things. I had to break everything in little pieces. I've lost like 40 pounds in the last 6 months. I was just in the hospital.
I'm going to release him RR on account of, I'm taking into account the deputies here and possible liability for the state. I've taken into account the nature of the offense. You got a terrible record, Mrs. Smith. You've spent your whole life committing crimes.
You're right, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Yes,
You wasted a whole life in this beautiful country. All you've done is committed crime after crime after crime. But under the circumstance, I'd hate for him to get sick in here. Public got to carry the bill. Any event, I'm going to release him ROR, and you're going to have to come back, give you a date to come back in court. You understand? You're going to make it back?
Yes, I always do.
Who you live with?
My girlfriend, 25 years.
Girlfriend of 25 years? State, I've considered, give this matter double consideration, but right now I think he should be on his own.
Your Honor, just to
Yeah.
lay the record, the state would object. It looks like Mr. Smith has also had violated probation for...
Yes, that's his number 34.
Yes.
This resisting without violence, give him an on-site VOP. I'm going to release him ROR, madam. On both matters, 34 and 35. Next matter will be Strasser, Jennifer Ann Strasser, PTR. Next matter will be Derek Anthony Williams Suazo. Not posted bond, release after 4 days in full satisfaction of jail sentence.
Your Honor, may I have 1 moment to speak to him?
If he's done 4 days, they're going to release him.
Yeah, I'm going to ask now.
How many days has he done?
Your Honor, we're going to ask that you leave the bond set at 0 so we can...
Don't post bond because it's...
That's what I'm saying. If he posts bond, he's still going to have to serve these days. You understand what I'm saying? Do you agree that you'd rather just
Sir.
before be done?
Let him step forward. Step forward. We're going to release you in 2 days. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you post bond, you'll probably save 2 days and a whole lot of money. If your judge said release you in 4 days, then you got to come to court. You understand that? Don't miss your quarter. You already done 2 days. Today is the 3rd day.
I understand.
Madam, he's going to be, according to the court, find a probable cause, so he's going to remain here for 4 days and release him ROR. You're going to be released in 4 days ROR. You understand that? You come to court, you're going to get a court date. You must come to court. The court date is set for December 15th at 1:30 in Vieira. You understand that? You're going to go home long before the Thanksgiving. Do not miss your court date. I just told you the date. I'm going to write it down and give it to you.
Thank you.
Anything else, defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. No, I'm just going
It'll be ROR'd after 4 days.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, are you doing that instead of the bond, or are you going to allow him to?
Instead of the bond.
Okay.
He said if he is not posted bond, release after 4 days, that'll be ROR. Then you got a attempt for the contempt hearing at 1:30 in Vieira. Contempt for failure to serve farm time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
How much farm time you, bring him up. How much farm time you had to do?
10 days, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
10 days.
How much you did?
6.
You only did, say it again?
We have him, we show that he was to do 7 days, and we're showing he completed 3.
All right. Defense, here's what we can do. He can plead to discharge here, make his life real easy. He got a contempt charge, you got to come before Judge Atkin. If you want to plead to contempt, I'll give him an extra 2 days. He goes home after 6 days, the matter is closed. You don't have to come back to court, you don't have to do anything.
Have one moment, Your Honor.
Because if I give him this and he fails to appear, this baby is going to be hanging for a while. Get what I'm saying, man? He'll get 4 days here for the judge, and he'll get 2 days on this contempt. I'll dispose of his case for him.
Right, and he's not indigent.
I understand that.
Your Honor, we're going to request that he serve the 4 days, then go before Judge Atkin for the hearing. We appreciate your offer, though, Your Honor.
Okay. You're not going to make it, sir. You're going to get a failure to appear. Be back here for Christmas.
No, I'll be there. Your Honor.
All right.
We do thank you, though, Your Honor.
If you couldn't go to the farm, you're going to go to court. Okay.
I'll be there.
You understand? I'll give you 2 days, and the matter's finished. You put it behind you.
Yeah, I can't afford to do that.
I know you couldn't afford to go to the farm either. Have a seat.
Show up to court and you'll get locked up. You don't.
Next matter will be Vatalaro, Richard Joseph Vatalaro. You got a bond exoneration. What does that mean? That means I could double your bond or leave it the way it is. I'm going to give you back on the same old bond. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to double it. Madam, this is number 42, bond exoneration.
Yes, sir.
I put him back on his original bond. All right? Here they are right here. They're written right here.
12,500, 5,000.
Mr. Vatalaro, this is your paperwork.
I got 12,000, correct.
Okay?
Next matter will be Velasquez, Sarah Margaret Velasquez. Which city you live in, madam? What type of work you do?
Melbourne. I'm a program manager for biopharmaceutical sponsor part-time.
Ms. Velasquez, this is your paperwork, okay? Hold on to that. Yes, that comes with us. You're going to write whether or not Ms. Velasquez is asking for the public defender. Ms. Velasquez, do you know if you're asking for the public defender to be appointed?
Ma'am, you got a child who's witnessing all of this.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes, I was trying to bring her to my mom's.
You heard anything from her, from the husband state? Sometimes they call and they say they don't mind, they just want no unconsented contact. You have had any contact with her husband?
I don't see where there had been any contact.
Let me hear from the defense.
Your Honor, as an officer of the court, I can tell you that I was informed by Madam PTR that the husband did indeed call in, stated they want Ms. Velasquez to return home. They want no unconsented contact. If you want, Your Honor, I've let Madam PTR know. I apologize.
Just sit down and talk in the mic. Sit
Yes,
down
Your
and
Honor.
talk in the mic.
I don't recall Madam PTR's last name, but she informed me that she did indeed speak to the family. She was able to verify through caller ID it was coming from the residence, that the family does want Ms. Velasquez home. They want no unconsented contact.
All right, let me hear from you, madam. What's your name?
Yes, Your Honor. Lisa Moore,
And you work with?
pretrial release.
All right, let's hear you. What would you like to tell me?
Well, I spoke to Mr. Velasquez this morning, and
And you had reason to believe it was him calling?
yes, I do. He
All right.
said he had tried contacting the state attorney's office with no luck, and calling some other numbers that he was given with no luck, figuring it was the weekend. He had left a message on our machine earlier, before we had gotten in this morning, and then I talked to him later this morning, and he said he wants her back. It was an unfortunate incident. He doesn't,
All right, thank
He
you,
doesn't
madam. I
wanna press
appreciate your
charges.
input. Thank you very much. Ma'am, alcohol's going to be your undoing. You're going to lose your family. You're going to lose your liberty. You understand that?
Yes.
You got a DUI in reduced to reckless in 08. You got DUI in 07 VOP. Alcohol's causing the problem with you and your husband. Wake up.
Yes,
You understand that?
I do.
You had a lovely child. I bet she's an angel. She's watching all of this. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
You need to get some help with the alcohol problem. Don't tell me you're going to stop. You don't work that way. It's a little bit more complex and difficult than that.
I know.
You need to get some help. You're going to lose your family. Are we communicating?
We are.
And then you're going to lose your liberty.
I understand.
I find it probable cause to hold her. I'm going to release her ROR. No unconsented contact. You got the money to pay for an attorney?
No.
Public defender appointed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Going home today.
Darrell White. You took care of that, right?
Yes, sir, we are finished.
What else we got now? Witters, PTR. Anyone, madam? Anyone we did not call?
Nope, that's it, sir.
I'm hearing a voice, but I can't see a person. Can you see a
That's
person,
me,
madam?
sir.
I'm hearing a voice.
We're done.
Oh, there he is.
We're done. Unless you want to find somebody else
Go
to
off the
call
record.
up.
Go in the back and bring some more business stuff. You're in the mood for some business.
No, we're not bringing anybody.
You're off the record, folks. Off the record, my friend.